No, I have not. I think they're closed over the holiday right now.
And then just going back to last time you guys played Georgia, obviously a really good first three quarters, and then the wheels kind of fall off in that fourth. What, from your perspective, was different about the fourth quarter offensively for you guys?
Yeah, I feel like the crowd got a little louder, got more intense. But yeah, we definitely got to finish the whole game. That comes with me, executing on throws and just finishing series. And I got to do a better job, playing in the fourth quarter and finishing the game. So yeah, we did a great job throughout the whole game in 3 quarters, but we got to finish the whole game.
You kind of mentioned a couple times that just the atmosphere in that fourth quarter may have got you a little bit. Obviously, playing a game since then, you feel like you're kind of used to that level of environment entering this game?
Yeah, I would say so for sure. I wouldn't even say like the environment was like too crazy, to be honest. I got in my own head a little bit, after that one throw to Daquan that was in the dirt, and then was just short-arming throws. But no, I don't think that environment or the atmosphere, the crowd, got to me really, and I'm used to that now at this point.
Going to this game, how do you change your mentality maybe in that fourth quarter to hold the ball game now?
Yeah, it's the playoffs now. It's win or go home. It's your season on the line, so you just got to go out there and execute. You don't want to be the reason why your team lost or the reason why you're not playing again next week. So just got to execute, play physical, play fast, and just do the right thing and ball out, have fun.
I remember asking you this in Athens that night after that game about that throw to Daquan. It was clearly bothering you. How long did it kind of take you to get past that throw? How long did it haunt you a little bit? And then how's that game different in your opinion if you make that throw the way you've been making throws the whole game?
Yeah, I mean, I have a short-term memory when it comes to stuff like that, and I have to do that, regardless, because I can't just, sit on that and be like, dang, like I should have made that throw and follow in the next week and the next game. So yeah, that was, out of my memory quickly. Yeah, I feel like if I make those throws, I think the outcome would have been different for sure. I think we would have won that game. I know we should have stopped them on a fourth down. That was really crucial. We would have got the ball at midfield, but, at the end of the day, I'm the quarterback. I got to make the plays. So I feel like that game would have been a little different.
If I remember right, in the fourth quarter of that game, they kind of switched defensively, went to some press man, took some chances. You guys had open receivers all day. That's kind of why they didn't do that. Do you anticipate them more of the same game plan from the game in Athens, or do you think they try to be more aggressive from the jump?
Yeah, their defensive coaches over there are really elite. They're probably the best coaches in the nation right now when it comes to, adjusting and, kind of switching up from when we saw them to begin with, previously. But I mean, I feel like they're going to do what they've normally done throughout the whole season. They're going to do what what's flowing right now, what they're doing right now. That's the best, and we'll just have to adjust throughout the game.
Trinidad, I asked why that Williams this yesterday. Very similar to you starting at a lower level like a Fair State, working your way up, now having an opportunity to play in a game of the magnitude of college football playoff and Sugar Bowl. How is it personally for you to be able to play in a game like this?
Yeah, it's really cool. I've always wanted to play in the Sugar Bowl or a big bowl game like the Sugar Bowl in the Caesars Domes where the Saints play. So that's a goal accomplished for sure. And yeah, just transitioning from D2 to D1, it was just about how I would adjust to the speed and the physicality of things and the mental things too. But yeah, it's definitely cool to play in the Sugar Bowl, and that's definitely a dream come true for sure.
This might be an obvious one, but how important is establishing a run game in a game like this? I know Kewan didn't have the best game last night.
Yeah, I feel like that's really crucial. Just to keep the defense on their toes. If we're having a great run game, then they're gonna have to load the box, and then we'll kill you with the pass. So that goes both ways. So establishing an early run game in the game is going to be crucial, and I think Kewan will have a great game this game.
As a competitor, that's one thing I get emotional. How does it feel to get a second chance against your Georgia team, and where you're kind of at as a freshman level to keep going and
Yeah, I'm very excited to play Georgia again. The first outcome, wasn't the outcome that we wanted. We felt like we were the better team that day, and we felt like we should have won that game. Like I said before, I feel like I got to finish games in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be another dogfight. They're going to come with it. Their defense is really solid. They're going to have a great scheme for us, and we just have to execute. And it's whoever makes the most mistakes, and let's not do that. So.
What does preparation look like for you this time around? Is it more film watching? Is it more working with your receivers in the core practices? Is it maybe working on some X's and O's? Like, what does kind of preparation look like for you this time around against Georgia?
I would say, yeah, it's definitely watching the tape again, seeing what they're doing right now, seeing what kind of defensive coverages they've been prone to do recently versus teams because we played them I think week 5 or 6 I think. So it's been a long time since we played them. So they're going to adjust and do things differently. So But yeah, I mean, we just got to adjust in the game and just go from there.